Heroes of Hendog, welcome to today's show. I'm your trusty bird dog, and I'll be your guide to NASCAR Thunder 2004 as we continue the career of Ned Reck in .08 racing. We are on to the 7th race. We are moving on to Texas, and I'm probably going to have to write that down for later so I can update the YouTube when I go to put that up. Hopefully I'll figure that out. But this one's probably going to be more of a serious stream, I guess. It's going to be a lot less of me saying what the fucks and shit like that and having a good time. I'll still try to have a good time. We're going to Texas, and Texas is a good track for us. But I didn't know what to play today. I just wanted to play something I can kind of vent while playing. You know, that's not Rainbow Six Siege, that's not For Honor. Not even Coromon, because Coromon we're still kind of learning and stuff like that. But that is NASCAR Thunder. NASCAR Thunder is one of those games I can kind of just come back to and relax and turn my brain off and do NASCAR things. Like, it's just turning left, right? Or Watkins Glen, some rights. Mainly, it's just driving a car. You don't have to think about too terribly much. Well, today's just going to be a bitch fest, me griping, me complaining, me venting healthily, alright? So, the Heroes Hen Dogs channel was created some years ago as a place for me and the general to, you know, encapsulate moments of fun and greatness and just things that we've done together. Nothing's happened to the general. The general's fine. He's in chat. For crying out loud. Nothing's happened to the general. But an alternative motive for creating it was time capsuling me of moments of happiness or even moments of frustration, but moments of me being me. You know, and I try to do things on here with the boy Ken Wonder, my son, Mr. Van. So that he'll have videos, you know, forever, because I download all these videos and save them. But he'll have videos of me and him playing video games together when I'm at, you know, some capacity of myself. It's not serious, I don't have cancer or anything like that, but I have mental illness, I have depression, anxiety, short-term memory issues and stuff like that comes along with that. I have concussive-like symptoms that won't go away because I've gotten a lot of concussions in my life, in my military career and stuff like that, and they do affect me. And they make it hard for me to do certain tasks, and it makes it harder for me to learn new things and stuff like that. So I'll have these days where I'm just depressed and sad and stuff like that. And it's good to encapsulate these moments too, where I'm still thinking. But what I'm worried about in my future is like Alzheimer's and dementia and stuff like that. It's gonna end up robbing me. I've had doctors tell me before that I'll probably have early onset dementia, which is it coming sooner than it's really supposed to. So, and my grandma passed away from it and stuff like that. So it runs in the family, and I have a genetic predisposition towards dementia, and with the concussive blows that I've received or the concussions that I've received, it's going to expedite that process. So, anyway. That's where I'm at. That's where I'm at right now. That's what Hendog Heroes was created for, was me to kind of encapsulate these moments of having fun and being me, so that my wife and kids can go back and watch times and moments of me being funny, laughing, giggling, happy, stress-free, stuff like that, playing video games, a hobby that I've enjoyed since I was, 5, and I can remember my first Sega, the Sega Genesis with Sonic the Hedgehog 2, I think was like my first game that I played, if you don't count me being a baby, like being 3 or 4. Messing around, because I can remember playing on the Nintendo, playing Super Mario World, or Super Mario Bros, the first one, the super pixelated one, where you had to like jump and like grab onto a flag and slide down. It was all like really bricky. I remember playing that one. Like my first memory is of playing that game. So anyway, it's always been a hobby that I've thoroughly enjoyed. It's been a place for me to kind of escape and feel better about myself, because I can do whatever I want in video games, right? Anyway, Hendog Heroes was created. I'm venting and not doing a very good job at it already. I think, did everything crash? I hope not. My preview stopped. Anyway, I'm sure it's okay. But Hendog Heroes was created for a place for me to kind of just, be me, and all my friends and wife and kids can go back and check it out and see me when I was better, these times here. But today's a mental health one. I'm just going to be venting, complaining about work right now, because I'm going through some stuff that I just want to get off my chest. I just want to speak it out into the universe. N7 Coco, Max-Man, the General, you guys are here, so you'll hear it, but, if it never gets heard again, it's fine. This is more therapeutic of me just getting it out, getting my thoughts and opinions out. So, if you're here just for the NASCAR stuff, just turn this one down and watch the NASCARs go around and around and see how Nedrec does. But I'm basically just gonna be venting for however, like the next hour or so. If you're cool with that, you're down with that, grab your favorite drinks. This is decaf coffee that I've had for a little bit. That's why it's in this container. I took it to work today and never finished it, so I'm finishing it now. But again, if you're cool with that, down with that, grab your drink. Let's go to Texas and let the venting begin. Excellent. I'm just glad that I have it recording. I can see the voice bouncing. That'd have been the ultimate awesomeness. So Jojo, I mean, he likes that he can open doors. Let me go ahead and kick him out real quick. Come on, Jojo. Shoo. He's so happy that he can open that door. None of the doors here are like properly lined up, so even when you shut them, they don't fully lock, I guess, whatever, that the hinge doesn't catch. So like you could just, like a burst of air can just open a door, so you have to like shut the door and then lift it to get it to actually shut. I think we're not gonna take the best car, we're just gonna take a car, right? I think that's what we're gonna do, because these cars are close anyway. So we'll just take this one that we've been kind of just beating up, and then we'll save the good car for somewhere else. It's still a 77 overall. It's still a good... Excuse me, it's still a good one. But I'm going through some stuff at work. So when I'm not gonna say the employer, if you go back in the vlog or if you've just been paying attention, you know, like in the past, you know where I currently work, but if you don't, you're new. I don't want to currently put them on blast or whatever, because, you know, technically I still work there. Technically. Car setup. I think I have a car setup here that I kind of like. Automatic tire pressure should be 20. Yeah, so we'll fly around right here. I think I like this setup. Now, let me turn this down a little bit so it doesn't get picked up by the microphone. As of right now, I'm currently employed. I haven't... Now, I've missed 2 days of work. I started working there in, like, April, I think. Yeah, I'll say April. I started working there in April. When I filled out the application, I filled it out as a 10-point protected veteran. That means that I am self-proclaimed to be a disabled veteran. I have received a disability rating from the VA, so I am 80%. So I am very much a protected veteran, 10-point veteran according to the post office, which is where that 10 points comes from. I am a protected veteran. I have a disability. I have paperwork proving that I have disabilities. So I've never hidden the fact that I had depression and anxiety. Sleep apnea is there too. I got a few other things too, like, you know, knees, back, shoulder, elbow, stuff like that. But my disabilities is depression and anxiety, stemming from my concussions. So it wasn't, say what you want, you know, about depression and anxiety for those of you who, you know, feel like I should just toughen the fuck up, you know, pull myself up with my bootstraps, put your bitch in, just go to work. That's fine. That's one side of it too. And trust me, the where I work wishes I would just do that. I'm not sure if 29's good speed or not. Brett Bodine's running a 29.8, so I imagine that'd be not too terribly bad. The car feels good. We're gonna try qualifying. If the qualifying doesn't go all that well, I'll do a car setup and then we'll do a happy hour. I just want to see what the times are. But again, mental health is being what it is. However you feel about it, I agree with you. However you feel about it, I agree with you. I do think that I should toughen up. I shouldn't have such thin skin. I shouldn't let it control me, you know. But it does. It affects me, it controls me, and that's the disability portion of it for me. There for a time I could, you know, I was surrounded by good people, and the general and stuff like that. He really helped me out through a lot of it when we were working together. And even living together. The guy let me live with him for a little bit when I first came out here to Arizona. So I've always been very thankful for the general. He helps me out tremendously. Good dude. Find more people like the general for your life. And again, that portion of it, I do need to toughen up. I get it. But I do have moments where it's uncontrollable, and every now and then it happens. But anyway, with work, I haven't missed a day since April. I have missed 2 days at another station. 28,875. That's pretty good. 15th, son of a bitch. We need to find more. We need to find more speed. I'm just not sure where we'll find it. I went straight in a race. I wanted to adjust and do happy hour.
In Fort Worth, Texas, and today's NASCAR Winston Cup
we'll let them
race,
introduce
the
Texas.
Samsung Radio Shack 500. What kind of a track is Texas?
Texas is a tough track for these drivers to get a hang of. It's very fast, but has a very tight groove. Some of these cars may add some paint to the walls here before the race is over.
In 2002, Rusty Wallace had his streak of consecutive seasons with a victory stopped at 16.
He and Ricky Rudd tied for that longest win streak, but you know Rusty wanted to take it for himself. Now he just has to look at starting a new streak.
The 53 car comes here with a top 10 finish average on the Speedway tracks this year.
Man, he is amazing. And what a charge towards the championship that gives him. You don't even need that many wins if you're finishing in the top 10 every week.
David Green is towards the bottom of the points list this season.
And how frustrating must that be? You're working just as
boot.
hard as everyone else.
Texas has a cool trophy. I want it.
Well on race days and gain the value.
Ned Rick wants that trophy.
Those guys need a good finish just to regain their confidence as a team.
USA, 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 USA. Love the flyover. Best part of NASCAR, baby.
Maybe besides the finish. Anyway, pull myself up with my bootstraps. I get it. And if that's how you feel, again, I agree. But again, the other side of it is a disability. I can't control it. I can literally wake up and be the saddest person you've ever met, and I can wake up the next day or just a few hours later, be fine, as if nothing happened. It just comes and goes. Sometimes it lasts for a couple hours, sometimes it lasts for days, weeks. Anyway, I have missed 2 days at a different place that my current employer will sometimes send me, because they can send you anywhere within 50 miles. You can technically go work. And as a part-time member, I can work up to 59 hours a week. And my boss is cool in regards that he won't try to send me everywhere within 50 miles that can employ me. And but he does send me to another station that's pretty close, whatever he can, because they like to get those 59 hours out of you. Yeah. they technically they can work me. The minimum is 20. You have to at least work 20 hours a week, up to 59 hours. Pretty crazy. We're not gonna focus on working with anybody today. We're just gonna be kind of focusing on ourselves. Again, kind of like, oh my god, the car just drifted. Kind of like the stream implies, just mental health. We're just gonna take care of ourselves.
To hell with everybody else.
And for the most part, he's a cool dude. Like my boss, the postmaster, I would still to this day go get a beer with him, despite our professional disagreements. And he's kind of a snake. He's two-faced. You know, he'll tell you in his face, "We're gonna help you, buddy," but then nothing changes or nothing happens, and that bugs me. That's the professional side of it. On the personal side of it, he's funny. He's a cool dude. You know, he's a cool dude, just like everybody else, man. He just wants to work, go home, you know, be with his kids, be with his family, and stuff like that, and have a good time, enjoy life. I get it. But a part of that is using me for my 59 hours. Because if I'm there working, he doesn't have to be, you know, because it's a small shop, essentially. It's a small business. You just need pretty much one person there. But I'm just a clerk. I'm just a PTF, part-time flexible. But they have me doing supervisory stuff, which I don't want to do. I've expressed as much. I just want to show up. I just want to sell the product. I just want to go home. And that's it. I just want to do my 8 hours, 5 hours a day. Sometimes it's just a 5-hour day. And I love those days. It's just a 5-hour day. Love them. But I don't want to be responsible for carriers. I guess I'm letting the cat out of the bag the more I bitch about it. But I don't want to be responsible for anybody else, and it shouldn't be my problem what they're going through. I just want to sell product. That's all I want to do. I don't want to report to anybody. I don't want to report to my boss's boss. and wait for them to get done and all that fun stuff. I just want to do what I was hired to do. That's it. But because, you know, I can work up to 59 hours, he can leave early, and I can be then forced to do those things. And I have a union, which I'm all for unions. And my union rep that I've been working with has been phenomenal. He's been super understanding. He's been there for me. But again, nothing. I've been talking to him for about a month, and there's still no paperwork. There's still no, hey, contact HR. There's still no nothing. He did get it because it turned out to be against a contract for me to go work at another location. So I don't have to go work at another location. We got that part fixed. But instead of spending the 59 hours between two locations, I probably now get like 44 hours doing supervisory stuff, and my boss goes home early. Like he'll leave at like 1:30, 2:30, you know, or he'll just go disappear for a couple hours and then come back. You know, and I'm supposed to be there to keep the ship afloat type stuff. And that's the stuff that bugs me. You know, it's like the leader doesn't necessarily have to be lead from the front, you know, so to speak. You don't have to be, you know, out there. But he should be there, right? If the lights are on, the manager should be there. You know, if I'm there, he should be there. You know, because I'm not the manager, I'm not the supervisor, I'm just a guy. And I could just start making mistakes and whatever, and that leads to, I called out 2 days. When I was working at the other place, at the other station, which turned out to be illegal. I wasn't, according to the contract, I wasn't supposed to be there anyway. So I'm not sure if you want to count those 2 days or not. But the other station he was sending me to was like 20 times bigger than what I'm currently was hired to go do. And it really made my anxiety and stuff spike. 'Cause it's customer service is what I do. And if I get into a large crowd, I get sweaty, I get panicky, heart rate goes up, and it's hard to keep that calm and contained for 9 to 10 hours a day. I just end up, I get so drained. I can't do it back to back on days. Like I need a day off after I work at that other place. It, again, turned out to be illegal against the contract. They couldn't do it. So they have stopped. In the last 2 weeks or 3 weeks, I haven't been anywhere else other than where I was hired to be. So that's a win, and that's because of the union rep. And I appreciate it. Thank you, union. Go union. But like I said, then I'm working more hours to cover him, and he's been leaving. And they told me since day one they were happy to get me, because it took them a year to get me. And when I wasn't there, they were having to work like 12-hour days, both of them, the supervisor, or you know, the manager, and the other clerk. They were having to work 12-hour days to make, you know, to make the job work or to make the business profitable. They had to. So when they got me, they told me as much. We can't wait for days off. We can't wait to use you so that we can get days off and make this easier for all of us. And that was all part of making it easier for everybody. But what I didn't know was that meant was the other clerk was going to get weekends, was going to get 3 days, was going to enjoy holidays, and the supervisor, the manager, was going to get 3 days, take a week off whenever he wanted, make a 4-day whenever he wanted, go home to be with his wife and kids, you know, pick his kids up from school. All the while he's telling me, this is the job. Because I'm telling him the same thing. My kids need to be picked up from school. You know, my kids got soccer practice. My kids need, you know, I got to go do these things. And he's telling me, well, the job is what the job is. Even though he's enjoying those things, you know, if the job is what the job is, the manager should be there too with me, right? That's how I feel about it. So it's frustrated me very greatly because I'm a fair is fair kind of guy. I get that work has to suck, but it's going to have to suck for everybody, at least so I think. You know, if it's going to suck, it's going to suck for everybody. It can't just suck for me and the other two people get to enjoy me sucking, you know. Phrasing. Clip that. But, yeah. Probably could have said that better. But, again, I'm not there just to make everybody else's day, you know, way better than make them like the job. Like, if it's going to suck, okay, it's going to suck. But we all suck it together. So, I don't like the unfairness of it all. And again, I think a manager is held to a different standard. If the lights are on and you're expecting me to be there, you should probably be there too. I understand that you can't be there, you know, for the 18-hour day. But I'm new, don't know what I'm doing. I don't know how to do the supervisor stuff. You know, you should probably be there with me until I learn everything. I've only been working there since April. And from there, I've been doing the supervisory stuff pretty much since, like, after the first month I was there. And I got, because I worked there for a month, and then they sent me to school to actually get trained on how to do my job. And then once I was trained how to do my job, I could do my job. I wasn't sent to do the supervisory job. I wasn't sent to go be the manager. I was sent to be basic entry level, clerk, essentially. Just sell product. I don't know why. Anyway, that's that in a nutshell. And you can agree, again, at any point you can call me a bitch, you can call me a pussy, you can say I'm soft. I just need to get over it. That's fine, and I agree with you. I do. Because I feel that way. There's a part of me that's like, what's wrong with you? Why can't you just do what they're asking? Because I do a good job at the job. No one ever says, I've never gotten one negative review. In fact, I was the only ever, I shouldn't say ever, but in the last 10 years, I was the only positive review at the other workstation that I went to. They asked the customers, they did exit interviews, and it was the first time they ever had 100% positive reviews for any clerk that they've ever had. And that was me. That was like my first or second day there. Like, I'm good at what I do, as far as selling product and doing the job that I was trained to do. I am good at it, damn good at it, and I'm proud of that. I'm even good at the supervisory stuff. I just don't want to do it. I just don't want to be a supervisor. I don't want to be responsible for it. Again, I just want to show up, do my job, do my part, and then leave. And that's it. I don't know why that's so difficult to do. Why do I gotta cover down for my boss and do his job too? He should just do it. It's his job. And telling me that you were excited to get me so you could take advantage of me, essentially. Not take advantage of me, but, use me up, get those days off, lighten up your workload and stuff like that. And again, part of me gets it. I'm all for team win-win. But when everyone else is enjoying their holidays, everyone else is getting a 2-day, 3-day, or a 4-day, the manager's getting one whenever he wants. It's not a holiday weekend, but he'll take one. He'll make one out of it. I don't understand why it's a problem. So, but on my record, I guess I did no show 2 days. But I did call them hours before I was supposed to show up and be like, hey, I'm not gonna make it. My disability. Like, I told them I was sick. Like my anxiety was so high that I was throwing up. I couldn't even keep water down. Like, I was just throwing it back up. I was so nervous. So act out. Let me read this. Is it to be miserable at your work? Yeah. No, it's definitely not. And that's kind of where I'm at with it. And I'm trying to talk, because under the Arizona Department of Labor, I qualify because of my disabilities that I got. I have paperwork documenting my disabilities. I do qualify for a few things that I think would help me in the workplace, because I do qualify for the position that I do currently hold. I am educated enough. I have shown that I can do the job. I just need a few accommodations, and one of them is fixed scheduling. So I could ask to be put on one schedule, like, just for me, I think what would be best would be like 9 to 2. I could do 9 to 2. Those are my peak hours where I have enough time in the morning to kind of do my workouts, do my yoga, drink my coffee, kind of get mentally prepared for the day, do my exercises, play a video game or two, get calmed down, and then I can go to work, give it my all, get all worked up, and by the time I'm all worked out, I'm mentally drained from just trying to stay focused and stay on top of everything and then not give into the depression and the anxieties and stuff like that. Right around 1 or 2 o'clock, I can go home. And that's my 5-hour shift for a part-time flexible, which is normal. Not necessarily those hours. Typically, you would come in 6:30 to 11:30 or 6:30 to 10:30 would be, the typical day, or it would be 12:30 to 5:30. That's the other one. But all I'm asking for is like 9 to 2. Make it work. And again, according to the Arizona Department of Labor, I do qualify for those. And for depression, the fixed scheduling, according to the Joint Accommodation Network, which is recognized by the Arizona Department of Labor, I do qualify for that. So, and that's all that I've asked for. I've been everywhere. I've been through the VA, trying to get help through, because you need like a doctor's note saying that, hey, he should only work these hours. But the VA is so slow acting. I can't get in to get seen. Like, I've been going for like 2 months now to the VA pretty seriously, like every Tuesday, and it's all been like intaking appointments, introduction appointments. Like, this is what we can do for you type stuff. We haven't gotten to any plan. I haven't spoken to the actual doctors who are going to be taking care of me and stuff like that. So it's frustrating how long it's taken the VA to get me to a place. So I went to another place called the Warrior Healing Center, which is a civilian ran. It's not civilian. It's like it's a former veterans and stuff like that. But it's basically like a nonprofit organization that looks into these types of things and help get you what you need. You know, they're the gap in between the VA and the civilian sector, like doctors and stuff like that. It's all out of their pocket. It doesn't cost me anything to use them. So I'm thankful for them being there. But it's been 2 phone calls, me calling them calling me back, returning my message, and that's been it. And they said they can help me, and they'll look into it. I got an email back saying, yep, you qualify for, that's how I know about the Arizona Department of Labor and the GAN, because they did find that. Let us know if you want us to help you pursue these. And I've emailed them back, and I've called them several times, leaving voicemail saying, yes, I would like to pursue these things. But that's been 3 or 4 weeks now, so we're moving on a month from that, and I haven't received a response. Everyone knows my phone number. They know my email. Everything's correct. Like I said, they called me back, and they emailed. So they have my contact information. They're just not getting back to me. Just taking too long. So, like the VA, the Warrior Healing Center, didn't do anything for me. At least not yet. It's just taking too long. Not saying they're not helping. They're just not helping me in a timely manner where I'm dealing with my depression and anxiety. And I'm trying to get through. I really am. Like, absolutely. I'm trying to work through it. I haven't quit, you know? I'm still trying. I haven't missed a day of work at Huachuca City outside of the days that I missed at Sierra Vista, which is the other station close to me. And again, it was illegal against the contract for me to be at Sierra Vista. I was only supposed to be at Huachuca City. So, if you want to count those 2 days against me, that's fair. If you don't want to count those 2 days against me, that's fair. It is what it is. It took you fucking forever to get your stuff for your foot and your Achilles tendon and stuff. That's huge. That's quality of life stuff. That's walking. That's mobility. I remember. Because like you're at the point where you're like about ready to cut it off. You're like, I don't need it. It hurts me. It's all it does. But the VA just takes too long. It's too far away. It's like 2 hours away. And the one that's local here in Sierra Vista doesn't do shit. They're basically like, if you have a cough, you can go get like cough medication. I know. I didn't go through, I guess, as much, but anyway. Yeah. It's just taking too long to get those things. So I called the union rep. It wasn't like in succession, like I didn't wait a month and then do the next thing. Like, these were all within like 4 days. I contacted all 3 entities. The union was first, and they did stop me from going to Sierra Vista, which is great. But I asked them too, because I showed them this paperwork, like, hey, I qualify for these things. You know, the Arizona Department of Labor says I qualify for those accommodations. And they're like, oh yeah, we can do this. And I haven't heard anything back. And I called the guy, I texted him. I have his like personal cell phone number. I can text him. He texts me back and stuff like that. It's that simple. We can email each other too. We can email each other back. I haven't heard anything. Like, we're not moving on this paperwork. It doesn't even have to be like, I don't have to stay at Huachuca City. If Huachuca City can't accommodate me, because I get it, it's a small place, they don't have a whole lot of people, I get it, you know. Oh my god. I've been bitching and complaining so much, I forgot about coming into pit. Oh, maybe fix this. Oh no! Okay, don't look, the birthday eyes. I don't do that very often, okay? Oh, no, I don't do that very often. I haven't done that this entire series, but you guys are watching it live. I just got too busy complaining. I ran out of fuel. Let me go back to complaining.
EA Sports.
I'm sorry, heroes. It's my bad. We were doing pretty good though, first and second. I think you guys can forgive me. But we're gonna do it again. Oh my god. We'll do the quick version. Not so much, but I'll skip all the stuff. We'll just qualify and go. Anyway. I forgot about pitting. I got too into venting. That's what I needed though. I needed one of these, like, just turn my brain off things, but I guess I need to keep my brain kind of tuned in to what it is that I'm doing. We got a good car. Damn it. Texas, take 2. If I could edit this, I would, but I don't have an editing software to cut this part out when I go to put it up on YouTube. But you guys here can just watch me continue to make left turns. Super sorry. But anyway, all these things are just taking too long to get back to me and to make a change in order to keep me employed. And I thought I had a better relationship with my manager at Huachuca City, but I was wrong, as foretold by today. I kind of already knew he was kind of a snake. Like, he was just that guy he would always complain about helping out other managers with their job at other stations. But every time they call, he'd be happy to pick up that phone, and he'd be happy to tell all their boss's boss that he's doing it all. He was just like, oh, I did this, I did that, I helped him with this, I helped him with that. He's that type of guy. But then he'll complain to you like, oh my god, I wish these guys could just figure out their jobs so I didn't have to do it. And then they call, yes, absolutely, I could do that, you bet. And then he'll, again, tell the manager's manager, hey, I did all that, you know, that's me. And he's making a name for himself, and a lot of people do like him. And they, we're 18th this time. A lot of people do like him because of it, because to their face, he's very nice. And that's where I kind of fell into the trap, I guess, because I thought we were cool. Or whatever. And I've been transparent with them. Again, I filled out my application as a 10-point vet. The post, I never had it, like, they never called me for an interview. They just told me I had the job. And I think it's because I was a 10-point vet. You know, it moves me up their chart, like tax write-off or something. I don't exactly know how that all works. If somebody comes across this and they can explain it to me, by all means, because I'll be the first to admit I'm ignorant and I'm dumb. Those two things aren't very good to go together, all right? Those two things don't make a good person. You can be ignorant and smart, but, you know, to be ignorant, or you can be, you know, willing to learn but dumb, but you can't be ignorant and dumb, all right? And that's me. I'm ignorant and dumb. I don't want to know, and I'm not going to know, all right? It's not a good combo. Anyway. But I'm big time dumb, so if you know, let me know. But yeah, the whole process so far has been like April, January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September. So I've already been there for 5 months. 5 months and some change. But I've been trying to get these accommodations for like 3. I'm trying to get some help. You know, whether it's up my medication or whatever, get these accommodations that I'm actually entitled to, I think. And that everyone seems to think I am, except for the place that I work. But I forget where I was at. Brain not good. Brain bad. Where was I? Yeah, we get a new chance to kind of work with some of these cats. I wouldn't mind working with Matt Kenseth here for just a little bit. Because we seem to have some speed. We can get up there. I just got to keep an eye. Oh, I can kill Matt Kenseth right now. I didn't mean to, Matt. I'm sorry. Man, where was I? Anyway, the relationship that I have with him, because he's always been cool with me, and after I took the class or whatever, because my schedule was, before I took that class, it was just 6:30 to like 10:30. It was just 4 hours, and it was the same every day, 6:30 to 10:30. Just come in here, you know, do your job, and when as soon as your job's gone, you're done, you can leave. And some days I was there till 11:30 because it was a busier day, and some days I was just there till like 8:30. Super light day, you know? But it was the same every day. And I didn't have any issues. It was just 4 hours a day, 5 hours a day, you know, just do my job and leave. And it was perfect. And I thought that's what I was going to get into, you know, just this. And then when they started sending me to Sierra Vista and bouncing me around all over the place, that's when it started, my anxiety and depression started getting really bad. Because I lost that, routine. Once I lost that routine, I couldn't do the things that I would normally do in the morning to keep myself calm and to get myself ready for the day. I didn't have time, because I would work in the morning, and then the next day it'd be evening I would work, or I'd work in the evening, and then I had to be back there tomorrow morning. So I was never able to catch back up to the self-maintenance it would take to kind of decompress, let go of the anxiety, let go of the stress. and I just never gotten a chance because I have off this Thursday, Friday, or excuse me, I have off this Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. I have 3 days off, and it's the first time in a long time that I had multiple days off together. So whether it just be 2 days off together or 3 days off together, this is the first time in the last 5 months. I haven't gotten any holidays because of those two taking up the holidays. I've had to work all the holidays. I'll get 1 day here, 1 day there. It was typically 2 days a week. What's up, man? I'll jump in Discord in a little bit. I'm just doing this for right now for venting purposes. I don't think you want to hear me vent on Discord. I appreciate it. I'll be there. We'll play some tonight. We'll play some Rainbow Six Siege or whatever it is that you guys are doing. So at the time, I didn't know that I couldn't do, fuck you, Jeff. I didn't know I couldn't do the job type thing. I didn't know that I would need the accommodations for like the first month because it was just, it was perfect. It was just 4 to 5 hours a day in the morning routine. Graduated that class, it stopped being routine. It was again, and then with a 10-hour notice or even like 11-hour notice, they'll tell me the schedule changes and stuff like that. So instead of having the day off, I'd have to come in for a half day and stuff like that. And it was really just bugging me. And again, this 3 days that I have coming up is my first time having 3 days off. Oh my God, Jarrett, get off me. You can be mad, but you ain't gonna kill me today. Not today, Satan. The old Jarrett ain't gonna get me. Nope. I'll take you to the wall. I'll take you to the wall. So it started rearing its ugly head, the depression, anxiety. I could never catch back on it. So it's been bugging me. But I'm excited for this 3 days, and I'm kind of taking this 3 days as like that moment. I say, okay, I'm not quite getting the help that I need from any of the entities. I got some from the union. Again, I can't complain about the union. The union did help. I don't go to Sierra Vista, but they haven't taken it any step further as far as like getting the accommodations that I kind of need to kind of stay there, because I can't keep doing the flexible portion of being a PTF, which I get it is a part of the job, but it doesn't have to be part of the job, because I found out the boss, it wasn't supposed to be 2 PTF positions. It was supposed to be 1 regular position and then 1 PTF position. And the regular is literally just 8:30 to 5:30 Monday through Friday. That's it. That sounds perfect to me. Oh, and no holidays. So you have all your so you have your holidays off, but you don't work holidays. If you do work holidays, it's like double pay and stuff like that. It's awesome. So, but he reverted it back once they had a regular or full-time regular position available. She worked it, and once she retired, the postmaster, I work for the post office, there you go. My manager reverted it back to a PTF spot. So you had 2 PTF spots because he found it's easier for him to just kind of, do whatever he wants, essentially, with 2 people. Part of me gets it, part of me doesn't. But with those accommodations, I'd be able to work a more fixed schedule. And I think that would help me out a lot as far as long-term employment. It's what I'm looking for, is like that fix, something I can plan around, do my my decompressing stuff, like working out, sauna, stuff like that, yoga, playing video games, being there for the wife and kids, especially weekends. Those are the things that I'm looking for. So it's just been difficult. It's just been a challenge, and I thought I had a better relationship because I told him once I started having problems, I'm like, hey, I'm having these symptoms, depression and stuff like that, and he acted like he didn't know. And I'm assuming he didn't know, because I didn't have like an onboard interview or anything like that. I just got an email that says that I was hired. That was it. Nobody checked in on what disabilities I had or anything, which I figured they couldn't do anyway because he couldn't discriminate against my disabilities. So I can do the job, I just can't fully do the job, I guess. I can't do the flexible portion. I can't be flexible. I need that set routine. So I told him then, and he's been somewhat accommodating. Like he's been working around my appointments. I had surgery and stuff like that on my pec, and I had doctor's note saying that I was supposed to be on light duty and stuff like that, and And he's been accommodating. You know, he's been there, making sure that, you know, we're following doctor's orders and stuff like that. Which I told him the day that, like, I was officially brought on or whatever. I told him that I have, you know, surgery coming up, so we knew about it. So that was all planned out. Well, anyway, today I told him, like, because he changed the schedule on me 2 days in a row with like less than 10 hours notice, that I was gonna have to come in the morning, like earlier than I was scheduled to, and it was always hours after I was done working for the day. He would call me, be like, hey, I need you to come in earlier the next day. He did it twice in a row, and I told him, like, hey, I don't know if I can do it. Like, I had, you know, I have appointments and stuff like that, because I am working with the VA with mental health and stuff like that. Trying to get that all taken care of. I got to keep an eye on the gas. We're at a half tank. I don't want to do what we did last time. But anyway. So today I told him, hey, today might be my last day. You know, have somebody lined up for Monday. You know, to come in on Monday, or have a plan for Monday. So I made, like, today I worked. I was like, today might have been my last day. Because I'm having such a hard time with it, and I'm not getting the help anywhere else. So I don't know. Like, I've been wanting to quit for a couple months now. Because writing on the wall type stuff, I just can't do it as it is right now. I just get too sad. It takes up, like, I come home and I just go to bed. You know, I just lay there miserably. You know, it's affecting my family. It's affecting me. Oh my god, I hit the wall. That's fine. I did it to myself. So, I told my boss today might have been my last day, so I'll let you know. Because there's other places I'm in talks to, like voc rehab and stuff like that. I'm trying to go back to school. Just trying to do it the right way this time. I have a really good counselor with voc rehab. She understands my disabilities, my depression, my anxiety, and stuff like that. And we were able to kind of come to an agreement of something that I can or can't do. Like, there was a couple things I brought up, and she's like, "You're not gonna be able to do that. Not with depression. Like, this just gonna make it worse." And I appreciated her honest feedback and stuff like that. So I feel hopeful for the future as far as that stuff goes. I'm kind of excited to go back to school. The local college here or whatever has like a no-fail program. Like, you could be as dumb as a box of rocks, which is me. And they have an extra hour built in at the end of each class. You can sign up for basically like special education classes. They call them lab or pro labs. So like, you do the course, but there's an hour built in afterwards that you can stay, and the teacher has to stay, or the professor has to stay, and you can get all your questions and stuff answered. So I'll be pretty much on that program. They call it their no-fail program. Like, you will pass. So I'm excited about that. I've already talked to him too about like the writing assignments and stuff like that, because in the past I have gone to Penn State after my military career was over. I used my GI Bill and went to Penn State for a little bit. And like my first like 3 papers that I had to write, the first 2 was about toxic masculinity, which I get, but I don't get. I don't think it's the pandemic, you know, that, you know, Penn State was trying to make it sound like it was. Like, it was just rampant everywhere. You know, just men are just, you know, harassing and, you know, toughen up pussy all over the place, I guess. I didn't see it. So I wrote my papers as such and got Fs because I didn't write in defense or, you know, agreeing with the professor that toxic masculinity is a problem. And then I had to write another paper about how pretty much, you know, white people ruined everything. And then the third paper, or the fourth paper, was my professor tried to tell me that the Army of One, be an Army of One slogan was toxic masculinity. It's telling these young men that, you know, by yourself you'll be this war machine capable of, you know, leveling and dismantling nations at your feet. You, one soldier. Instead of it being, was it an acronym? You know, Army of One stood for officers, NCOs, and enlisted. That's where one came from. It's the first letter of all 3 rankings I forget what those are called. I mean, it's rank, but you know, you have officers, non-commissioned officers, enlisted. That's what you can be. You could be a warrant officer too, but I think they just cycle them into officers. You know. But he tried to tell me that one stood for, it was this toxic masculinity slogan campaign of you yourself can be this death ball wrecking machine. You know, go forth and spread your seed and, you know, pillage the nations, rape the women, you know, all that fun stuff. But it wasn't, and I corrected him what Army 1 stood for, and he gave me an F for writing that paper. And that was my last paper. I went to the dean, and I essentially dropped out. I'm not going to do this. Like, that was like my second semester in. I was like, I'm not going to do this. I'm not going to keep writing papers about how, you know, white people are evil. Men, you know, how dare I have a white skin and penis type thing. And again, you can feel the way that you do about it, and I agree with you. 100%. I'm not here to argue it. It's just how I feel and my opinions on it. But that's what ended my Penn State career. But I already asked about the stuff that I'd have to write about, and those things they don't write about. It's legitimately like book reports and stuff like that. That I can do. I can write a, you know, a neutral book report, read a book, write a report about it type thing. And that's fine with me. Cause that's just, it just is what it is. It's facts and stuff like that. It's not a gray area. It's not an opinion based. Oh, it's not opinion based. You know, it is what it is. So, that's what I wanted to do. And it sounds good and stuff like that. So that's in my, again, hopeful for the future. Back to, I told you this was going to be a venting session of me just complaining, and I'm sorry. If you're just here for the NASCAR, I appreciate that. Thank you for being here for the NASCAR. As Ned Wreck takes this fucking 53 winning machine, Motorola. Okay, we have to pit next time. Motorola 53 Pontiac team absolutely just fucking dominates Texas. Again, thank you. Just turn it down and just watch the cars go around. If you're on YouTube, thank you for watching. Listen to me vent, you know, let me know what you think. All that fun stuff, you know, it all helps, even if you tell me again to pound sand, you know, suck it up, buttercup type stuff. That's fine too. Sometimes you need to hear it. Let me slow down here. So, anyway, going back to the employer and job stuff. Today, I told him today might be my last day. He texted me, a text too, by the way. All right, well, I need you to come in tomorrow and turn in your badge, your keys, and sign your resignation form. I was like, but I have off tomorrow. Like, I just think today's my last day. I'm scheduled off the next 3 days. Yeah, give me the 3 days. No, I can't live in the maybes. I need to know now. Okay, I didn't quit. I have 3 days. You know, I'm gonna take them, and I'll let you know Monday. Maybe I'll LWOP it. You know, leave without pay. Maybe I will just quit. I don't know. And he got super pissed, threw it in my face. Said, well, I'm bringing everybody down. It's a cloud that hangs over everybody. I'm holding everybody back. My disability is affecting them, if I even have a disability. Because he said he didn't know about it. He just found out, and then I informed him. I filled out all the paperwork saying that I was. Post office knew what I was from day one. I never hid the fact that I had disabilities. It's on my application, and they were able to pull it up and see that I did. I put it on there. No one called. No one asked. And now he's telling me my disability is affecting him, and it's affecting everybody at work. When everybody at work, I just heard it today. I talked to one of the people that worked there, and they said I'm the nicest person they've ever met. And I appreciated that a lot. I'm not just saying that to puff myself up, but you know, it's yes sir, no sir, yes ma'am, no ma'am. You know, and if you correct me on pronouns and stuff like that, I'll call you by whatever it is that you prefer to be called by. And I will do my best to respect you and your wishes and stuff like that. But that's how I was raised. It's, you know, my grandma beat me up quite a bit. You know, because it is, you know, yes, you know, all that fun stuff. And I was babysat a lot by neighbors and stuff like that, and they were very much of that same way. It's, you know, they were Mr. and Miss Connor, and they were super pivotal, more so than I think they would ever know. I also had a teacher that was the same way, Mrs. Goodwin. Mrs. Goodwin, if you ever come across this, hey, how you doing? Or if everybody knows Mrs. Goodwin in Elizabethtown, Pennsylvania, or around that area, or she used to teach in Elizabethtown, Pennsylvania. tell her I said hi. But she was a very influential teacher in my life, one of those ones that you kind of just remember forever. I'm sure we all have them. And if not, well, then I'm sorry you can't relate. But she was a good teacher for me, kind of got me back on track. Though, you know, as on track as I can. Oh my god, as on track as I can be, right? I can't even stay on the Nascar circuit here in Texas. But, so it was just, that was my upbringing or whatever, so it's always been that way. And then the Army, you know, you don't get away from it in the Army. It's, you know, yes sir, no sir, yes ma'am, no ma'am. You know, or sergeant and stuff like that. Everybody had a title. And it continued, and I continued to do that. You know, my coworkers were Mr. or Miss, you know, stuff like that. Unless they corrected me enough to be like, stop calling me that. You know, okay. And I, again, did my best to not call you Mr. or Miss and stuff like that. But I am nice, I'm quiet. Like, again, I just want to come in and do my job. And he held that against me too. You're a funk, your disability, everyone can pick up on it. It's a negative cloud, you know, all over everybody. He told me my disability is affecting him. I'm not sure if that's like an EO complaint, like, do I have a complaint on that too? Because he's telling me my disability is affecting him, which is, I think, highly inappropriate. And it's affecting me too. And it's like, and I get he's mad, I do. I understand his anger and frustration. But again, I haven't missed a day of work, and I've gotten excellent reviews by everybody. I get great reviews by the customers. I get great reviews by my manager whenever he gives me my monthly reports and stuff like that, my feedback, my employee evaluations. It's excellent. Like, I do my job, and I do it well. So, can't be affecting that many people if I'm doing my job well and everyone's super happy with what I'm doing. And the nicest person that some people met, you know. So, it's a lie. He just said that to hurt me, which bugged me. Like, why would you say that just to hurt me? Like, I don't get it. And it's because he's frustrated, and I get his frustration. I do. I can sympathize. Because, you know, when one person can't do their job, other people have to pick up their slack. It's not fair. But I'm offering that, you know, it's like, look, you can use me for, you know, these hours that I'm requesting, or you're going to lose them all and not have any of them. You know what I mean? And you're not going to get anything that you want. I just won't be there. And he already admitted it took a year to get to me. So they worked a whole year, Christmas, like busy holidays and stuff like that, without me. And he's almost willing to do that again than just make some of my accommodations that I qualify for according to the Arizona Department of Labor and the Joint Accommodation Network. Like, it's crazy. So, I'm frustrated, I'm upset, physically distraught, emotionally white. And I don't know what to do. A part of me, you know, the child in me is like, well, fuck them, you know, like I've been as transparent from day one. I talk to him, like, I'm not afraid to talk about my condition, my disabilities. I'm not. I'll talk to him until I'm blue in the face. It's part of who I am now. It's concussions and stuff like that. Believe it or not, before the concussions, super confident, super outgoing, wanted to know everybody, life of the party, type stuff. And then since after a couple of those concussions, especially some of the major ones, the ones where I was like out, you know, for a little while, I've noticed a huge change in the depression and anxiety, you know, settling in and stuff like that. Like, I don't want to meet people, I don't want to talk to people. Large groups scare me, type stuff like that. I get sweaty, anxious. I am the prince of perspiration. So those things just kind of like, I don't know. Yeah, I've definitely noticed a big change in myself, and it sucks because a part of me remembers who I used to be, and like, I used to be good at that. You know, I used to be the life of the party. I used to be the funny one. I used to be what everybody wanted to come hang out with and stuff like that, and I'm just not that guy anymore. And then part of it's fine, you know, it's getting older and stuff like that. I don't understand, you know, young people's culture anymore. And it's like, okay, boomer moment, all right. I'm still a kid, still play video games and stuff, you know, still talk shit, trash and whatnot. I just think not a whole lot changed, but, and again, if you think that I'm just some guy trying to get out of work or whatever and just wants to be a drain on the economy, I agree with you. I'm not gonna argue with you. It is what it is. I just don't have the energy or mental capacity, I guess, to argue any other way. This is how I feel. This is who I am. I just wish there was, something, and there is something. That's maybe the part that's frustrating the most. Is like, there is something. I can there's something attainable that says I qualify for it. So yeah, if just somebody could just tell me I do or I don't qualify for it, and then help me if I do qualify for it, get it. That's all I'm asking for. Are these like 3 entities: the VA, the Warrior Healing Center, and the union. Is like somebody has to know. Somebody has to be able to get me to where I want to be. And then having my boss tell me to, quit essentially today, to come in my day off and come quit, and then hold those 2 days that I called out Sierra Vista, which I shouldn't have been there anyway, and then tell me I'm a black cloud. I ruin everybody's day. I'm not that good at my job anyway. I should just go. Like, it really bugged me today. I'm really frustrated. And then triggered my anxiety. It's like, okay, so even if the juvenile in me wants to get back. I want to get all the paperwork that says I can only work 9 to 2, Monday through Friday, weekends and holidays off, right? If I get all that paperwork, I almost want to just stay at Huachuca City so I could spit in his coffee every morning. And he's like, got one over on you. This is how it's supposed to be. You have to work around me. I'm a permanent now, essentially. But the adult in me, wants to leave. I do. I want them to get the person that they need to get into that spot so that they can do what is supposed to be done. But I don't know which one's the right answer, or if it's a mix between the two is the right answer, you know what I mean? I don't know what the right answer is. I'm just trying to do what's best for me at this moment, and that's all I can do. I'm trying to do what's best for my family. I'm excited to go back to school, but that doesn't start until January. So it's like, what do I do in the meantime? And I would like to stay at the post office. I really would have, because I like the idea of getting a pension and stuff like that. And being responsible and showing up to, something. I liked it. And I like the job. I like helping people, help their, solutions and stuff like that. Way more people come in. I work at the post office. It is what it is. If you've made it this far, I think you deserve it. It is what it is. But I work at the post office. And I'm thankful for what the post office has done, and it's given me an opportunity and see things, but way too many people come to the post office really mad about their mail. I don't know why. I feel like I spent most of my life, never going to a post office. Like, I'd never had a need to. And when I did need to mail something, I would just drop it off in the snorkel box, or those blue snorkel box that you see in front of your grocery stores and stuff. Or I would just leave it in my mailbox and put the flag up. So I thought that's what it was for. I didn't think. And if I need to send a package, you can go online. And I knew that. You can just print out labels and just, again, put it in one of those blue snorkels, or just leave it in your mailbox and the carrier will take it. But I spent my whole life never going to a post office. You can order your stamps and stuff online. You can get them right to your door. But way too many people come in and they're angry. And I don't know why, because something, was supposed to be there a month ago. Or said it was delivered a month ago, and they don't see it. And it's like, well, why didn't you come in a month ago? And come check on it right away. If it was that important. If it was like insulin or something, I imagine you would have been here for it, right? And I say insulin because that happened. Somebody came in and was like, they said my insulin was delivered a month ago, but I never got it. Well, how do I know? It was a whole month ago. It was 4 whole weeks ago. I don't know. That could be anywhere. We delivered other mail to you in that time, and you've gotten that, so I imagine you would have got your insulin. Maybe you lost it. But you can't tell them that. It's customer service. You have to take the tracking number down and go find it. And all I can see is what you can see. Yeah, we delivered it a month ago. So, I don't know. I wish I did. I wish I could understand more. Again, if anybody has any questions, comments, concerns, complaints, let me know. I'll answer them all. Or try to. But it just is what it is right now. That's how things are. That's how things are going. Thanks for listening. Thanks for letting me vent. And if there's anything I missed out, if you guys have any questions, whatever, I'll help fill in the blanks. I think I hit it all up. It was a good venting session for a whole hour. Appreciate it once again. Texas 1.5. 1 1/3.
Number 12 is gaining on you.
So that's how I feel, man. I just wish it was I feel like I've done everything that I could to get to where I wanted to be. And it's through no fault of my own type of thing. And I don't know what quite to do. Is that Kirsten? I'll eat. I'm almost done. Thank you, dear. That's Kirsten. She's great. Stuck with me through everything. She remembers the before time, but before the concussions. We call it BC2 in the BC before concussion. So it's find yourself a woman like that, or a man. Find yourself a man or a woman like that. Great, perfect. Couldn't imagine anybody else. Call a partner. It's so thank you, Kirsten, if you're ever watching this. this 1 hour and 5 minute video of me complaining. If you made it all the way here, listen to me complaining. I love you. Thank you. But it's yeah, I feel like I'm doing everything I can. I have multiple, like, again, I went to the voc rehab people to get onto my next career that's gonna actually fit my disabilities. Because I told her I work at the post office. She was like, oh god. I was like, she's like, it's called going postal for a reason. She's like, that you should have never done that. I agree with her now at this point. So, we'll just have to figure it out. Take it day by day. I'm not sure what tomorrow brings. Well, I got tomorrow off, so I know what tomorrow brings. But actually, it's the next 3 days off, so I know what all 3 of those days bring. I got a football game to watch that probably already started. Go Nick Chubb. Go Browns. Go Browns. Although I wouldn't mind if the Steelers won. Just Pennsylvania love. Because I'm a Philadelphia Eagles fan. I think the Philadelphia Eagles are the best. Been cheering them for as long as I can remember. Go Eagles. Fly Eagles, fly. But I do respect the Steelers and what they got going on over there. Just Pennsylvania love. When we play against each other, though, obviously, go Eagles. There for a little while, I was hoping they'd go back. I think it was like 1940 something. It was during World War II. The NFL combined teams because the eligible men went off to war. And the ones that didn't go to war and were football players, they combined teams to make full rosters. And Pittsburgh Steelers and the Philadelphia Eagles combined. I forget the year, but you can just look up, World War II NFL or whatever, what it looked like. But we were known as the Pennsylvania Steagles. I always wanted that to happen. It just seems like, Pittsburgh's always got a good defense. Eagles got a good offense, or vice versa. The Steelers will have a good offense. And it seems like the Steelers have always had a good defense, but the Eagles had a great defense. Could you imagine, like, Hines Ward and Brian Dawkins on the same team? Oh my God, that'd be scary. Or, man, what was that linebacker they had? The guy was a terror. He's still a terror. The guy's jacked. Absolutely jacked still to this day. Scares the shit out of me. Scares the shit out of his neighbors too, I'm sure. Oh, what was his name? He returned that interception, the interception in the Super Bowl against the Arizona Cardinals for like 99 yards. But the guy's an absolute stud. I can't remember his name, but him and Brian Dawkins, Lito Shepard, Sheldon Brown, one of the hardest hitting corners of all time, Troy Vincent, one of the best covers. Oh my goodness, mixed them up with the Steagles. Ooh, I'm getting all flushed just thinking about it. So yeah, a little bit of history there too. It all is what it is, heroes. And again, thank you for listening to me vent and bitch. This was healthy. Feels good. Just get that all out. Well, just doing some NASCAR. I appreciate your time. Thank you for being here. Thanks for listening. You're the best. Mental health stream. And I don't know. I'll probably start doing these more and more as I keep having thoughts as a way to when I was going through some of that concussive stuff and they were trying to treat the depression and anxiety, they wanted me to keep like a journal of and start trying to find patterns, right? Like, oh, you did this. He's like, oh, these days that you had like a 1-star, stormy cloud sticker face, these are the things that you did. Like, oh, look, you didn't go to the gym. Maybe you need to start going to the gym every day, type stuff. And it helped identify things that I do in a day to make me feel better or feel worse. And obviously what you try to do is you try to maximize the things that you do to make you happy, and you minimize the things that you did to get that stormy cloudy face, right? Simple. Well, maybe I'll start doing that through vlogging. I haven't done it in a while. I haven't actually had to write anything. So I got a pretty much good grasp of, things I need to stay away from. Kirsten, the missus, she handles like all the finances. She keeps the books because it would trigger my anxiety and stuff like that. Not that we're, in danger of losing the house or anything. It's not like that. It's just seeing all those numbers and stuff like that would just make me upset. Oh, I ran over Jeff Green. Come on, Jeff Green. I'll work with you for a little bit. That was my fault. I'll work with your partner. I got you, Jeff. Maybe I'll start doing it in video form. But I know what today's theme is. It's like I don't understand how I could be treated the way that I was treated, essentially, by my employer, having my manager tell me to quit. I said, come in on my day off and come quit. You know what I mean? Like, he's that mad at me. Even though he told me a couple days ago, because I've been telling him, like, how I've been feeling. Like, I think today's my last day. I think today's my last day. And he's like, hey, whether you're here or not, no hard feelings. I appreciate your time. I'm just sorry we couldn't make it work. Again, that's the relationship I thought we had. So I don't think he thought I would do it, And for right now, I may not. It depends on how Monday goes. I got a lot of eggs going on Monday. If Monday goes well, then yeah, I'm probably not going back to the post office. And it's my last day. It's like, and I'm sorry to keep him waiting, but the fact of the matter is I have these next 3 days off. They were scheduled off. I didn't take them off. They were scheduled off. I'm taking them so I can make a better decision before I make a rash decision right now. Oh, I'll fucking come in, motherfucker. I'll fill out that paperwork. Fuck you. Type thing. He's not gonna do it. I recognize that I'm in a vulnerable state right now, and I can't be making decisions like that. And to have him try to make me make that decision, it was really upsetting. I thought that was kind of bullshit, kind of a dick move. So, like I said, I kind of want these things to work out. I want to get everything, but I hope it works out exactly the way I want it to, so I can work there every day and just be like, be a giant kid about it, Okay, I gotta go. Then I got 13 laps left, and Jeff Green's really not going.
The one car is still there.
Oops, sorry. Don't be mad.
Clear.
So, is what it is. Bet you guys didn't know that somebody can complain for so long, huh? But again, it's healthy. I advise you all do it. Maybe not, stream it out into the universe. Because this is going to last forever. I'm not taking it down. This is how I feel in this moment, on this day. 22nd of September, 2022. And again, I'm proud of who I am and what I've done and how much I've learned in such a short time. As I struggle with learning things, so I'm proud of myself. And I tried. I feel like I tried with everybody that I talked to try to get the help that I felt like I needed, deserved, earned. Henry, miss you too, buddy. Nah, today's like a venting day. Having a hard time at work, buddy. A lot of things changed. Because I'm probably, the situation or whatever. I reached out to, or Andy reached out to me to let me know there's a spot available. So I might go back up there for a little bit. I don't know. My head's all up in a fuzz, but I might end up going back to school too. I'm probably most definitely going to go back to school, but I'm going to interview with Textron on Monday. And I just want to, if they can answer a few questions for me or whatever, and give me some clarity, maybe I re-jump ship and go back up there, but it's going to take a lot. I'm hoping for the right answers or whatever. Hope Textron kind of brings me in. No, but the post office thing, it started off great. It really did. I really enjoyed what I do, or did at least. But it was pretty consistent there for a little bit. It was like 6:30 to 12:30 every day. And it really worked out because I was able to kind of like build a routine around it. I'd love to. I don't have any teaching experience outside of like combatives. I could teach all the students how to fight. I'm not sure if they'll need that. How did I end up 4 seconds behind Ryan Newman? No, I'd absolutely love to come work with you. Would. Absolutely in a heartbeat. So this was just like an hour-long session of me just bitching and venting. Because long story short, short-term story, my boss pretty much told me my disability, my depression and anxiety and stuff like that. Because I'm a 80% disabled veteran or whatever, and that's how my military. I was med boarded, out of the army for depression and anxiety. But because of my concussions, those depression and anxiety stem from my concussions, so they're all connected.
All clear, buddy.
I told my boss I was having issues, and for like the last 3 months I've been trying, because they've been working me 59 hours a week between 2 different stations. The one stopped, and it's been 44 hours, no holidays, no days off really outside of like onesies and twosies, but separated. And then sometimes they would call me in on my day off. So I didn't know as a part-time you could work up to 59 hours at the post office. And that slowed down a little bit because I found out that it was illegal. I called the union, and I wasn't supposed to be working at Sierra Vista at all. So it did slow down. It wasn't 59 hours every week, but it was like 2 weeks. It was 59 hours, and I was frustrated, big time frustrated. So it was in the beginning. It really was. I was truly happy because it was just 6:30 to like 12:30 every day, Monday through Friday. I had weekends off, Saturday and Sunday, because I guess I wasn't qualified to do the job yet. And then once they sent me to the school to get clerk trained and window qualified, that's when it all went to shit. And they started working me more hours. They started making me do postmaster stuff, like supervisory duties, like reporting to my boss's boss. I was reporting to him. I was following up with the carrier. I was a supervisor. I didn't want to be. I was like, I just want to sell stamps. Like that, the job that I was hired to do, just to be a clerk, sell stamps, move product. That's all I wanted to do. And I didn't want to care about anything. I just wanted to come in, sell stamps, move some boxes, leave. Not rock the boat, not make any waves. Didn't want to be a supervisor. I just wanted to do that for 20 years, and then I wanted to retire from that, and be done with life. But the postmaster was kind of taking advantage of me. He was taking days off and stuff like that, and leaving me to run the entire post office and stuff like that. And I was getting frustrated, and it was triggering my anxiety and depression and stuff like that. It was making things worse. And I told him as such, and he basically told me this is the job. He was trying to be accommodating. He kind of switched my schedule up to be, it was like 12:30 to 5:30 every day. But the problem with that is when he leaves at 3:30, you have to stay until all the carriers come back. So I was, again, it was more like 12:30 to like 7:30 every day, because they had a lot to deliver, and it was really pissing me off. And it was like Monday through Saturday, I would do that, and then come Sunday, I would be at Sierra Vista again at like, oh my god, this might be one, I'm not gonna get him. I'm not gonna get him. Man, thank you, Texas, though. We got close, though, didn't we, guys? We needed, like, 2 more laps. He must have absolutely killed me in the pits. Or me staying behind to get Steve Park or Jeff Green really fucked us up. But, anyway, that's all I want to do. So, he basically told me today, again, long story short, told me to resign, because my disability is affecting everybody at work. Even though all my reviews, my monthly employee reviews, have excellent marks. I am the first clerk in a long time to get 100% satisfactory score from all the customers. Like, I am damn good at what I do there. And now he's throwing my disabilities and stuff in my face, saying, hey, you're bringing us all down, you're a problem to work with, blah, 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 blah. So, told me to come in on my day off. I have the next 3 days off, and it's like the first 3 days off I've had. It's my first 2 days off that I've had back-to-back that I've had since I started working at the post office outside of that first month. And it's for damn sure my first 3 days. So he told me to come in on my day off tomorrow and sign all my resignation stuff or whatever and just quit. So yeah, so that's where I'm kind of at with it right now. The post office isn't for me, and I qualify for things that can make it for me according to the Arizona Department of Labor and stuff like that. So I've been trying to do those things for the last 3 months, and just none of the paperwork is getting anywhere to help me out. So I'm like, I don't know what to do. I don't. So we'll see. It is what it is. I am excited to go back to school, but that doesn't start until January. Oh man, next race is Talladega. Hell yeah, I love Talladega. I don't want to do that to you. You got your own stuff going on, man. You know, you got, you know, your family things going on there. You know, wife, sister stuff. So I don't. You do need to invite me over. You need to do that. I keep giving you great ideas. You know, we can watch AEW. We can watch WWE. We can hook up the N64, and I can ruin your childhood. You know, whatever you want, man. You let me know. So, I won't vent. I'll vent in this type of thing where it's just me playing NASCAR and venting. This is the first time I've done it. It was just healthy. I felt like I had a lot to say. And I wanted to get it off my chest. It ruined the YouTube NASCAR popularity, I'm sure. And again, on YouTube, if you're this far, get ready for Dragonflight, maybe. World of Warcraft. Like I said, man, like if you want me to play, I'll play. You can. I'd come back for you, but I wouldn't. I'm not coming back for myself. I saw you on. You seemed like you had 2 other people playing with you too. But I'm enjoying the Rainbow Six. I'm enjoying the. I got Grand Theft Auto again for PC, so now I own it on the PlayStation, owned it on the Xbox, and now I own it on the PC. I just love Grand Theft Auto. Do stupid shit, you know, buy a bike, go rob banks, things like that. So I enjoy it. But yeah, World of Warcraft, I'm not sure. I just bought it everywhere. Heroes, we'll review this stuff next time that we come in. I'm just gonna kick it with old Henry here for a little bit. But yeah, dude, whenever you want to set something up, you invite me over. Look, it doesn't have to be a big thing or whatever, but you know, I won't throw up on your couch. It'll be cool, right, Coach? Promises. I still want to get into a fight though at Target and get kicked out of it while we cut a promo on each other. You know, hit each other with plastic chairs and shit. Target. You didn't ruin my house. I cleaned it up in like 20 minutes. It was fine. Don't worry about it. It's not a big deal. But yeah, give me a call, man. Whenever you want. Hang out. And then we have to hang out with Archon Alphalos, Mr. Penix. We'll have to go hang out with him too in his new place. I think he wants to have a housewarming party. So we'll have to do something. But let me know. But yeah, I'm just over here bitching, complaining, you know, work as usual. It's just the way that it went. Like I said, I was super excited to be a part of the post office. The beginning of it was great. It was structured, it was routine, it was come in here, do your job, fucking leave. Don't be here any longer than you have to be. It's great. I really enjoyed that portion of it. It turned to, hey, you're gonna be honorary postmaster for the day, for the week, for the month. I just can't, I don't want to do it. I just want to sell stamps. That's it. The thing that I was hired to do. And between the union, the VA, and the Warrior Healing Center, just nobody is getting me the paperwork and having me sign things to get the accommodations and stuff. Even though on my application and my resume, it's on there, I was a protected 10-point veteran. Like, I didn't hide that I had a disability. Told them. So. I don't know what to do. But that's where I'm at. A few heroes are still here. I appreciate you. Thanks for listening. Let me vent. Like I said, it's healthy. It shouldn't be a normal occurrence, but like I said, maybe I will. During NASCAR and stuff like that, probably ruin NASCAR for a lot of people. Me just bitching for an hour. I'm sorry. And if you feel like I'm just bitching, I totally agree with you. If you agree with me in some way, some form, I agree with you. You know, it is what it is. I'm just venting. It's frustrated. We'll see what happens, heroes. Like I said, excited for school. I hope so. I hope it's coming across that. Like I'm just endure the slings and arrows of life's misfortune and smile at the struggle it takes to be human. You know, that type of thing. Thank you, William Shakespeare. It is what it is. I just needed this. The next NASCAR stream, I will be more about the NASCAR. I'll, rugby, stuff like that. You should go to school. Cochise College is a good one. They have a no-fail program. So, like, Yeah, you need to go to school then. But come to Cochise College with me, buddy. We'll be study buddies. I start in January. But they have a no-fail program for veterans who haven't been in school for a little while. You could take I call it like special eds classes, but all the classes they offer, they have another class that's the same, but it's called Pro Lab. And at the end of every class, there's an extra hour built in for the teacher or the professor to tutor you and answer all your questions and stuff like that. So they're being paid to stay there for the extra hour, and they're there for you. Yeah, we'll do that. We'll talk about Cochise College. I'll come over there with Cochise College pride. You know what I'm saying? I'll come with my sweater and all my stuff and my pendant. But yeah, give me a call whenever you want to do it, man. I'm good. I'm free for the weekend. I got tomorrow off, Saturday off, and Sunday off. It's gonna be the best. So, man, my brain, it is so. I literally just bitched for the last hour, and I do appreciate you guys. Sorry to put you through it, but the next one will be better. We'll focus on Talladega, and we'll do good Talladega things. And Coromon, we'll get back to Coromon. I'm enjoying myself in that. We still have to catch 3 Coromon for the Light Sensei and fight him. So I'm excited for that. And then Rainbow Six Siege with the General and Archon. So. Thanks again, heroes. Thank you for everything. You are all truly my hero. I appreciate that. I hope you guys have a good day, a better tomorrow, and we'll see you on the next hunt.